Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Yonk here and welcome to a Fallout 4 news update. So as many of you may know, Kotaku recently released 2 pages of leaked documents that were used in a casting call of sorts for a project codenamed The Institute, which is more likely than not Fallout 4. A lot of you, however, have expressed doubt over the legitimacy of these documents. The author of the article is a man named Jason Schreier, and he actually took it upon himself to go to Reddit to try to answer some questions and to hopefully convince people that the documents that Kotaku has procured are indeed legitimate. So here's what Jason Schreier had to say about the leaked documents. Hi, I'm the Kotaku writer. Hopefully this post doesn't get buried. Part of the confirmation was off the record, meaning I can't publicize that information, but let me try to be as clear as possible without violating that. Person number 1 sent me these documents. I talked to a number of other sources who told me a few bits and pieces that seemed to match up, but nothing concrete. Then person number 2, someone I trust and someone who has nothing to do with person number 1, was able to corroborate the information in the original documents, helping me confirm that yes, these are real casting papers and part of a real casting call. We work very hard at Kotaku to be accurate when we break news, and we've been able to do a lot of hard reporting this year on everything from next-gen consoles to the fall of LucasArts to info on games like Titanfall and Aliens Isolation before they were even announced. The second one is still to come. I think we have a decent track record. Let me know if anyone has any other questions or concerns. Jason then proceeded by providing proof of their track record, by giving links to articles that predicted things like the Xbox One exclusive Titanfall and its features before the game's announcement, things like specs and features for both Xbox One and PlayStation 4 before they were unveiled, and things like the fact that Grand Theft Auto 5 would feature multiple protagonists, all before the feature was unveiled to the public earlier this year. And one more that I would like to add is the fact that Kotaku was one of the few sources to actually flat out say that the Survivor2299.com website is likely a hoax, and the article was written by Jason himself. But whether you trust Kotaku or not, well, that's up to you. Moving on, let's talk about the interesting coincidence of how these documents were leaked by Kotaku on the same date that the Survivor2299.com's countdown was supposed to end, December 11th. This coincidence, and the fact that both sources talk about Massachusetts, the Institute, etc., has led many to believe that the website and the leak are somehow related. While nobody flat out asks about this strange coincidence, Jason does state that the reason he waited until this date was to make sure that the Survivor 2299 was actually a hoax, as if the fact that the website outed itself wasn't enough. By the time December 11th came, nothing really happened, meaning by then, the website could truly be confirmed to be fake, making it safe for Jason to release the article. Another coincidence is that the information from both the website and the documents match up quite nicely, with both sources talking about Massachusetts, the Institute, etc., which has led some to believe that perhaps the man behind the Survivor 2299, whose Reddit name was revealed to be DC Hoaxer, had access to the documents, and that somehow this entire thing could be a collaboration of sorts between Kotaku and DC Hoaxer. But on the same post, Jason states that he has no knowledge of DC Hoaxer having access to the documents, and that the reason the Survivor 2299's information matched up so well with information revealed through these documents is for the simple fact that rumors about Boston and Massachusetts and the Institute have been going around for years now. In fact, DC Hoaxer himself confirmed that all the hidden messages that he transmitted about Massachusetts and the Institute were all created by him, and that the messages themselves all came from a Fallout fanfiction that he had written a few months ago, and not from some leaked documents. To further corroborate the legitimacy of his article, Jason says that he spent a couple of weeks making sure that these documents were real, meaning he's had these documents in hand for a while now. So another reason for the December 11th release date of the article is the fact that a good portion of his time before the date was spent making sure that the documents were indeed legitimate. One final coincidence I would like to address is the new update on website thesurvivor2299.com, which now simply shows the date December 27th, 2013. Some people find it weird that the website has updated soon after Kotaku released the leaked documents, and believe this coincidence to be further indication of some kind of collaboration between thesurvivor2299.com and Kotaku, and that maybe something really will happen on the 27th. But that is likely not the case, case, and here's why. For those who don't know, DC Hoaxer actually went to Reddit to answer a few questions about the hoax, which is where he talked about how he made Morse code messages and ciphers from the fanfiction that he had written. Something else that he answered was what was supposed to happen if the countdown reached its intended date. He said that the intention was to release a CGI trailer that he himself made, but unfortunately before then, Pete Hines from Bethesda had actually reached out to DC Hoaxer via email about this entire ordeal, which is why the website was shut down early. The contents of the email were not revealed, but based on what DC Hoaxer said, Bethesda wasn't very happy with what DC Hoaxer was doing, whose intention with this hoax was to bring the Fallout community together and hopefully force Bethesda to show something off at VGX or on December 11th. As we know by now, that plan failed, but a brave effort nonetheless. Anyways, back to the CGI trailer. Its intended release date was December 11th, but now that the website outed itself, a lot of people on Reddit have been asking when we'll get to see it. His answer was that he'll release it sometime after December 11th, since he didn't want to piss off Bethesda anymore. So now that December 11th has passed, put 2 and 2 together and you'll realize that December 27th is likely the date in which DC Hoaxer will release his custom-made CGI trailer. If you were to ask me for my opinion, I would say with confidence that the documents are indeed legitimate, although they are likely preliminary and intended solely for the purpose of casting. And again, for those wondering why the article was released on December 11th, Jason says he wanted to wait until the Survivor2299.com was 100% confirmed as fake, and also weeks were spent on ensuring the legitimacy of the documents. As for the recent update on the Survivor2299.com, the December 27th date is likely when DC Hoaxer will be releasing his custom-made CGI trailer. So there you have it, folks. If we are to believe Jason, then there seems to be some good explanations in regards to some of these coincidences, and everything seems to point to the documents being real. But again, this entire news update works around the basis that Jason is telling the entire truth. And with that, I would like to end this news update, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. To be further updated on Fallout 4, be sure to join the nation and subscribe to Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much, and Young out.